So doesn't see anyone yet. Does spot person at Laws get gooshed down to 6 HP? It falls him, makes him falls back to the B-bomb site.
Fnatic with classic Swedish style of Inferno is really passive right now, and oh, see you later.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect, beautiful.
800 IQ.
And now we've got Golden on alone on the bomb side. The rotation's beginning to come in. Nice pop from Golden. That's a nice angle, I have to say. And he's going to have to hold down construction, and the smoke will kind of actually help him do that. So that's something for Fnatic on this retake. 4v4 as well, thanks to Golden, who has the smoke and the kits. So not looking too bad here for Fnatic. If he can get the retake smoke onto Banana as well, maybe somewhere else. We'll have to see where he uses that one. Now the push comes in, JW. Oh god, what on earth is happening to JW there? He completely messed that one up. Whilst he was kind of in the air, and then he's spamming. So that was just a rough look overall from JW, but it's okay, it happens.
3 for Tabson, 2 for Xantares, and we have called into question Xantares' efficacy on Big, his explosiveness. Initial presence is shown. Xantares will creep through the smoke grenade, but he's been caught by Golden, and that AK can be rescued. Tabson might have a rough task of trying to protect this weapon. You can see he's considering it. Flusher with the CZ, of course, will fall back, and he's got an AK to pull out as well.
Ooh, the damage is continuing. Flusher, great stuff through the smoke. And now we've got a 4v2. Fnatic looking like they're going to secure this round unless something untoward is to happen to their defense, and maybe it is. Tizian with the fast kill and plant, but he is the last man standing in the 1 versus 3. He's got a Mach 10. I don't think there's an upgrade anywhere nearby. He's been spotted now. There's the peaks. Fnatic trying not to get isolated. Tizian knows he has to try to force the 1v1.
Back, wait out the smokes, and then hit something as a site with numbers, at least with some pop flashes and smokes instead of these risky kills. Because you see right here, he got killed 3 people pretty much without even seeing anyone.
Part to Inferno. Flusher forced away from the arch position. Good behind smokes, but maybe not in the face of a flashbang. Prims will go through the smoke down. That's a lot of information for him. See if the Tease tries to punish. Brolan's in the pit now with a Mach 10. Not the best range, really, with this weapon. And everyone's got Kevlar. There is a lack of helmets, though, on the team. Only 2 on the 4 players. Prim's going through smokes again to keep map control. Brolan needs some help, but he won't get it in time. CW around the smoke. This is inviting variance. Golden running through the smokes. Absolute madness. Benefiting from it.
That's pretty crazy. All the action there. What a response from Big. It's going to be interesting to see how Fnatic decide to handle.
Because max loss bonus is 5, right? So it's kind of... I see what you mean. Perhaps we need to add a square there. So you look at the numbers, not the shapes. You're a man who prefers the pictures in the books.
Yeah, I do.
I'll go for the words and the numbers.
Oh my. Let me find the headshots. Oh god, he's done a lot of damage, my god! That could have a part to play as Big move forwards towards this A site, because there are a lot of automatic weapons. We've got the MP9s, the CZ. Those weakened players will be quick work should Fnatic find good engagements. And Big's job is to deny that, so move forwards. Oh, they're trying to wrap. Will Brolan make a play? Flusher in the meanwhile. Oh my god, he lands not a single bullet on the weakest player. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think most of the time he gets a kill there, but this time he won't. Golden. Tabson is just basically the information man, but Golden gets a second headshot. Now he's buying time for the rotation. Brolan comes in from the back, and Fnatic will win. And
it's like the patience here. Do we have a slowdown on this? I bet we do. I bet we do. Here it is. See, look. Yeah. Oh. Lining up.
There are some rounds we see where a side just doesn't have the utility, and you just have a feeling that they've got like a really low percentage to win it unless something crazy happens, and maybe Big are trying to play against that. They've got an opening pick through Boiler and plenty of time to play a 5 versus 4.
And Tizian's in position. I wonder if he will kind of solo play this. He does have a full nade set, and he's going to die with a full nade set.
There you go, that's saved, just down the drain.
And that kind of sucks because he was in a lurk position, and maybe the lurk nade sets are a little bit predictable at this point from the apartments, but either way, Fnatic is stacking towards the EA bomb site, and
It's weird.
do they go for a retake? Looks like they may... Oh, they're at least going for a containment. They do have an incendiary and a smoke, so there is the... I mean, that's really useful for the retake. Smoke off banana, perhaps.
I think a situation like this, well, the 4 versus 4, while they were all on A, would be a great... Like, if you showed the run up to this, if you ask loads of players, would you go for retake here? Would you say? I think it'd be interesting to discuss, because you can see this is going to be a really difficult one. I mean, Smooya's just having some fun on the beat. This is the situation. What do you do?
So I mean, it's kind of, for me, it's a very Swedish thing, James, because sometimes, like, in the old Swedish Counter-Strike, you'd see, like, if you're going to stack, what you're saying is, we're
4 to 5. Big have got another round on the board. AWPs for both squads. Crim's going for a fast one, but Smooya's faster. And that's a frag where they're unable to respond.
Ooh.
These are big problems now for Fnatic. This is going to drain the money. That's $12,000 lost in a matter of seconds. A 5 versus 3 for Big with 1:30 on the clock. This should be unwinnable for Fnatic. It should be.
Yeah, and it comes back to that last round, you know, just losing 4 guns when they could have saved 4 guns. See if they can make a recovery here. Big are bearing down on this A bomb side. The bomb's been spotted and fragged. We collected again, of course, by Nex. And the fragging continues for Big. Picking off Golden will... Are they going to commit themselves towards the safe bomb side? Obviously, they know the rotations come into this site. And Fnatic understand that it's a rotation now. Flusher goes through the flames, and he might catch someone maybe, but their stepping will be heard. He's absolutely a dead man. Tizian on his flank. But will he get the kill first? No.
You will see the bomb.
Now they go back to A, because they left the left towards
that
B.
is.
A.
Yeah.
The classic seesaw of Inferno, the seesawing. I picked up that term from Valence. I like that.
Yeah, it's a good term.
He was referring to it as seesawing.
Swingy. That's how I like to... that's how I've described Big's games anyway. At least, well, their matches from one to the other, even in one bracket, like, or even in one match, in one series.
I used that term last season.
It's been swingy.
Oh, well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like going from A to B to A. It makes sense when you're playing pugs, and in general, people, you know, will say way less in pugs just because it's a pug. And the way that it impacts the economy, it really feels like you just have way less chances overall. Like with the great recovery, then all mistakes. That's a great flick. Smooya is delivering so far. This is tough now. You just lost a person on banana. Rotation comes in. Ooh, default AWP. What do you think?
Deep in with Brolan. There's a 2-man setup. There's double peek, a continuation spray, a pick-off of the bomb. Absolute deletions for everybody on the A-bomb site, and that's the kind of run Fnatic need most of their players. The money they don't have. There's a re-smoke from JW. There's placement in front of the site, however. That's some good damage. Tabson down to 2 HP. Big are stuck for the time being, and this is buying time for the rotation. Tabson might be close enough to hit a rotation on Speedway from the CT, looking for something, but receiving what he wasn't looking for in terms of bullets. 23 seconds, Big still stuck behind the choke point, and it seems they'll give this one up. It just hasn't worked out for them. That late smoke was crucial for Fnatic. They built the wall, and Big can't climb it.
Yeah, that was great. Great utility usage. Even that one blast flashbang from JW, the way he bounced it. I think it was JW who bounced it from Coffins. Just blinded everybody and just abandoned everything at that point. This spray was delightful. Which is the info play flash, and they Big know what they saw, which was no one at A, and so then they rotate back to A. Beautiful stuff here from Big. They have to get the kills though, and there's very limited time to do so. JW is still providing some resistance from Lyman with the AWP, but it looks like there is just enough time and space to get the bomb down. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. Next with a couple seconds to spare even.
Bombs planted double stack. The default plant prevails. All three Fnatic players coming from the same position, not known by Big just yet. So you've got Smia holding top mid for the time being. They know one player is or was Graveyard, and one might be on the site having planted the bomb. They won't know that Smia's top mid just yet, though. The run boost fails or whatever it was supposed to be. Next now, 12 HP. Will it be enough? Smia than 1 versus 1 got the angle, and gold.
And again, it's just all about this. It's all about that pop, that like leaving a guy behind to hear the pop flash. They're almost baiting Fnatic into going for the infinite. There's a B split, a wrap through CT. That's going to be very tough. Oh, the single flashbang. Oh, Golden Sun 2 kills. That is enormous. Enormous damage. There's 20 seconds. There's 3 players going on the flank. This is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, they have no idea where Flusher is, and the bomb is in danger because they just about cleared Banana just before the CTs get there. The cavalry racing in, next waiting with the Krieg. Spots one player, Flash goes behind him, Crimson's a free fight, there's a swing from JW. Bomb's planted now 2 versus 2. Roland has a kit, both players here. Not sure if they've both been spotted in that Banana position, but I think Tizian's heard the sounds now. Got Smia creeping in the meantime, been on 20 HP for a while, and shot through the wall at pre-fire from JW is done in the last round. Why not?
Oh, bad man, BW.
There we go, Fnatic lead 8.
Of course, on the CT side, so looking forward to seeing what Fnatic have to offer in terms of interesting rounds. Well, that's certainly a good start from Mr. Xantares with the P2000. I am a fan of the P2000 myself.
I have a love-hate with it.
I'm back on it soon. Flusher just harassing the B-bomb sites. It's really hard to know what to make of this. Just making noise, spamming. You've got so many bullets with the Glock. It's just so free to spam.
I know, and it needs to get nerfed too. Why does it have 140 bullets?
It does seem outrageous. Yeah, it does seem unnecessary. Like 60 is still a lot, for example. Yeah, it is a bit weird. Oh, we got the smoke on Moto. Forces Smia inside the A site. He has next in pit to play off of, and also Tabson's rotating in from CT. So Pit getting some info there. Smia going for a look. The bait setup. Next pops out, takes down Flusher, and it gets worse for Fnatic. JW, though, with a quick double, is making things a little bit better. Mike secured the bomb blood just about. Maybe he's on for the clutch now. 3 kills, has to get it with the ace. That bomb is taken away. No idea where these players will be coming from. On the Glock as well, so the range towards Library is not going to be favorable. He's going to have to make sure they get closer. So he's going to take up that porch angle, that lane angle, and it's an easy kill. Tizian's looking into the bomb site. Now they know where he is. JW for the ace, for the pistol. Can he make it work? Here comes a challenge, switches to the burst, but Xantares shuts it down. He's high. Oh my god, what? He just doesn't have it. I thought that he had that one. That was...
I thought he had it, because he's pretty much a 1-on-2 in this bomb site. That first kill was great.
Wow.
But then after that, he should have fell back, wait for his team. I know it's so hard because you're right there. The bomb's planted. You know where he is. You don't want the other player to reposition. But a 3-on-1 situation is so powerful.
And normally a T-side to take that map control this early would cost them more health points at the very least. Not the case for Fnatic. Nice peek on the balcony. Towards lane. Tabson's in an elevated position. Can't re-pick too many times, and the HE is there in case Xantares wants to help his teammates. Half health now, and those AKs only get stronger.
It's a tough one for Big. Roland wants to punish that throw so hard, but he can't quite find the spot for it.
It's going to be a nasty surprise. Minimal time to react, minimal time to rotate. Tizian is alone. So Roland was looking on the site, taken out from the pit. They need to play the numbers here. 9 seconds, and that's the round over. There's no way Big go for this on the A bomb site. It wouldn't make any sense.
So that was very interesting offside, just to, you know, be sure that you have a first guaranteed shot. That's right.
Yeah, it did seem
Flashbang we see. If a T goes to the other side of mid and then eats that flash and tries to hide behind a wall, their head is not protected. So you can get a free kill. Fnatic have lost 2 players early, so this fight might just work out for Big. There's a spray, there's a swing from tabseN. And with 3 rifles to start with, they've got a 5 versus 2 Big.
Yeah, some big whiffs there from JW, but look at this actually, it might be a small window of opportunity. There is a pretty fast rotation coming in, but if Fnatic can bust their way into this bomb site quickly, then they might be okay. Tizian behind the smoke is going to push forwards. He knows he's got an advantage here. Here's that bomb going down, wants to investigate surely, but actually stays in position around the smoke, inside the smoke. I mean, it's a 2v5. This would be ridiculous for Fnatic to win this. Their backs are against the wall right now in the bomb site itself, and there's 4 players coming their way.
Looks like a swing will be attempted. Smooya starting off well with the Desert Eagle. They started 2-4 for Fnatic. Had to feel confident going into that one. Smooya is ready for fast blink top mid. In the meantime, Xantares will be lost. tabseN looking to do what he can. The transfer is disgusting. The pre-fire behind the half wall as well. Talk about a shutdown.
Oh my god, what the hell was that? That's unreal from tabseN, how fast that transfer was. It is hard to believe. But he's pulled it off somehow. Curves in a 1v3. A little bit of weak flash over the top here. And next to nail him in the face. And I'm looking forward to the slow-mos.
I thought he was dead with this angle, to be honest. He's taking into 3 people almost.
Just like clothesline them all. Just instant headshot off the transfer.
There we go, his 3rd time.
Okay, this Molotov's really, or Incendiary is really nice because it does slow down the B side pretty dramatically, and it gives you the option to go aggressive. But it has not worked out this time for Big. That has though, and that's Smooya's been causing some problems around middle.
Xantares will take out Golden in isolation. Winter Golden. Maybe I'm onto something, but probably not. They are on the B bomb site though, Fnatic, making their way around towards construction. Flusher trying to get as much map control as he can, trying to avoid the double peak, somehow getting out of that with a frag, and no response from Big.
That's pretty nice. Smooya's really dangerous here as well, and that's such a big kill. Smooya's gone. And Flush with the Mac 10. Oh my god, he's found a perfect timing. And this is, Fnatic just wiped out their own loss bonus. If they lose this round, they're going to have absolutely no cash for a while. Luckily, they have some money for a 2v5, and because of the full rotation, they had the bomb in the right place to get a plant, and they get an after plant. And this time they won it. That's actually pretty impressive.
They have plenty of utility on the big side too. There's no early like pop flash from spawn, there's no smoke.
Yeah, they both do. If Fnatic were to lose this, their money would be low as well. They have the lead, but that lead would be squeezed by Big, which they certainly don't want. Brolan with an important engagement, down to 11 HP now. Does he give the rifle to Crims? He's only got CZ. Brolan can be the bait. He can be the swing.
Wow.
Oh, that's unlucky. It's so
a lot
unlucky.
of those spots going to Fnatic, aren't they?
Put yourself in a position to win. Fnatic are most certainly doing that. tabseN and Smooya remain. Smooya on the site through the flames, and he will get nothing from this. 5 players alive for Fnatic. tabseN and CT spawn looking at a chicken.
A big falling apart here towards the end of this half. Just try to force these kills and one-on-one battles and not hitting their shots. You force a lot of these angles, you have to hit some of these shots or have a teammate to help you out, at least exchange the kill. Big's not giving them any themselves a chance.
But is it just around the corner, or is there more play to be had? It won't be easy for Big. We'll soon see what kind of buy they have, what kind of weaponry they have to offer Fnatic in this, and we'll see what pace Fnatic take this at. Surely there'll be a lack of utility to hold Banana early. There's a much bigger argument for a gamble. See how he uses the utility. Molotov to stop a forward play. HE to go for the AWP position. The second one. Use the flash. Expecting the smoke grenade now, so it's all fine. Big exchange of grenades on Banana. Tizian will get the opening kill. Look how about that combo. That's unbelievable. Almost kissing flashbangs.
Golden's meaning serious business, isn't he? Flush will go down, unable to trade with the UMP. That's 2v3. Next going back for more. Might find too much. Indeed, JW will take him out. There's a smoke for CT. And Fnatic have a lot of advantages here. They don't have too much to worry about in terms of positioning for the CT side. It's an open plant. Construction control is with JW. Smeo trying to find what he can. The scoping will surely be heard in construction. They got a lot of. They have 2 smokes each, or well, 1 smoke each. Fnatic. Ooh, RIP.
Roland at the back of the site. U-box. Smoke is up. That actually gives him a place to fight. It's not 2v1 him now. He's being patient. The bomb is being defused though. Perfect timing. Just in the last second. Does the knife come out? It's got to. And there we go. 16 to 11. Fnatic will take Inferno. Their pick over Big, who tried to come back but just couldn't quite. Aesthetically pleasing. There we go. Words.
Words are great.
I think Fnatic will make quick work of Big here.
No smokes from Fnatic either. Just 2 flashes on Golden. Taps and gets takes out flush immediately.
Close.
Almost, yeah. Although Fnatic will move past Ivy fairly unscathed due to the HE, but the headshots are a different story. Tabson. 3. Can he make it? 5. It's going to be tough. There's a lot of competition out there for those kills. There's some stiff competition in Santaris, but ultimately it will be a pretty easy...
Yeah, next get the cheap helmet upgrades, which is really important for the sniper, for sure. Creeping through the smoke. It's a nice pop. They're so satisfying.
If they get into spots, like outside and so on, where the ranges are a bit longer.
Yes!
Oh, wow, the double
My
HE.
goodness, I like that.
It's so smart as well because they expect the SMG push up the ramp, but they still lose Flusher there. That's unfortunate.
It's an MVP who did that to INTZ with 3 grenades and had glorious results. You can see the 3rd one is needed. Maybe too much information for the opponent. Nice tag, big headshot onto Roland. Golden coming in from the Ivy position. It's got more to do. Tizian and Smee are both low with these MP9s. They've kept the money together big. But they won't want to lose this round if they can do anything about it. Maybe they can't. Tizian now 1 versus 3, 20 HP. I think not, sir. I think not. There's the Ivy plant from Crims. Tizian will probably try to hide in place.
Which is really, it's difficult to grind it down if you let it, if Big were to get, a 5, it changes the game completely as far as the CTs are concerned. And how they play the map.
Overall, Fnatic had a pretty good game plan that this entire T side of that last round. Good spacing as well after the nades inside.
A little bit more obscure, but Big have a 2-man setup in ladder room, which is quite interesting. See that works out. Tizzy with the first headshot, 1v1s, the spray. Beautiful, yeah.
He saw the barrel of the gun poking out. He knew, and there's a 3rd one for Tizzy, and nice tight angle, and no one can really deal with it, it seems. The bomb is still in the hands of Fnatic, but the round doesn't seem to be. JW takes out Smuya by Connector. Got 3 plays streaming out of Connector for Big. They are committed to this B bomb site, although Connector starting to wonder. JW looking for a 3K as well, showing the bomb on the ramp. This is crazy. Golden has made his way in. Surely this has been heard. Oh, that's a great burst onto Next from a 2 versus 5 to a 2 versus 2 to a 2 versus 1. This has been turned around. Absolutely ridiculous. The Fnatic factor at play. 45 seconds. They're looking for Tabson. He's got to be here somewhere. There he is. 3 for Golden, 2 for JW.
Oh my God.
And Tizian surely has his head.
God.
Those 4 just papa. You thought Big would have had this round with Tizian's hero play right there.
This is Sliggy highlighting the. You sit in the smoke as it's going away. You get it one way, like half a second. You have to be right in the middle of the smoke. As I found out yesterday, I messed it up.
And here's the thing about.
Flashes into the A bomb site. Flusher with the Molotov towards Ivy. Flash above Sandwich, running through with the MAC-10, trying to get as much information and map control as possible, if you can call it that. But he fails. Next to no damage done. Tizian waits on the ramp. Won't be showing a shadow if he hugs the wall. That meaty HE grenade doesn't collide though. That would have been some important information. Tizzy now trying to pick the right timing, the fadeaway incendiary, and there's minimal warning as Brolan makes an entry into the B bomb site. Smia up high is going to try to thin the numbers of Fnatic before it's retake time. The bomb has indeed been planted. 3 versus 3 is next gets punished. Moving through connector. Smia has the angle though on Crims.
Yeah, that flashed a little bit too deep to affect Smooya. And that's all the difference, because now Fnatic are really in a difficult spot, 2v3. Although they just won a 2v5, so 2v2 now. CTs will make their way forward again. Brolan working the train so effectively, working the smoke. And another huge clusters of Fnatic that are definitely a level or two above how they were a month or two ago. My goodness.
It's great to see. It's been missing for a long time.
I completely agree.
Flusher was the missing piece.
It's one of those.
It's good. We've been to some lands.
I'll pick that one up later on. Again, we've got those fast plays from Fnatic. They get the early 5 versus 4 big, but it hasn't always gone their way. Again, that Fnatic factor giving them an extra gear. An extra leg when 2 have been lost on Golden early. Flusher will eliminate Xantares, and now Smooth's made his way up a B, which might allow Tizian to rotate towards the A bomb site and give it some extra defenses. It's a nice angle to hold, and he has the option to let somebody run down if he has a very brief second to choose to engage or not to engage. Let somebody make their way down, play for the long con, but he might just catch Flusher off guard. You can see him took a second there, but decided to eliminate. That may force Fnatic into the A bomb site where they may have been headed anywhere. Perhaps it's his presence being shown, but the flashbang is good and Tabson is dead.
Here comes the plant for Brolan. He's in with the HE and that's too much damage. Indeed, a little bit short on that one. Flash through the smoke to just go for this push. Needs to make something happen sooner than later. So a very, very hard bomb site to retake. And there's a huge lurk from Crims coming through Ivy. Of all places, that is a rough one. This almost sets, for Tizian to get that kill, almost sets Crims up here. He doesn't have to do too much. He can even knife it. Takes the kill, sees the bomb is going to be fine, and can just fall away if he wants now, knowing that Smooth is saving.
It's another 4 versus 5 for Fnatic, which they turned around into a round win. And generally speaking, the conversions in CS for 5 versus 4s are pretty high.
Fnatic is taking it slow right now. Trying to scout information. And do the double. Oh, here we go. That didn't work.
That was an interesting idea, actually. Make them turn away with the sound. And not get blinded themselves.
We need to see the Molotov double HG combo. The likes of Avangard. Xantares will clean up that frag. 45 seconds on the clock and it's golden. So there we go, we got the 5 versus 1 achieved. And now maybe a round can be won for big.
Golden's been hitting some nasty shots. Maybe he'll take a couple players down with him. Really hard. He can have, like, he has all the patience in the world in this position. Doesn't have to force the issue until the time is running really low. And Big are respecting that. They do not want to lose any money. Here we go, better angle. Right eye versus the left eye peak.
Down up the ladder. Oh, there are flames. This is lava. The floor is lava. I'm out of here. Position taken by Big. Tabson searching. A shot through the wall and Brolan is gone. And 5 versus 4.
Tizian will likely finish off everyone else. And the snipe is already ready to go. They've got an extra player on the bomb side. Everything is going the way of Big in this spot. Fnatic would need a miracle to pull this one. Indeed. He reveals his position, drops off. Nothing that can be done. 4-7. Big picking up another round. They've had
to build something great, something fearsome, wonderful, formidable.
I wonder what the utility damage is in the game, because
deeper into the B-bomb sites. So attempting so Xantares fluffing the take of T-Con. And the ops could really be powerful. There's Tabson with number 1. He's ready to just hold everything down by himself, but the trade from Golden is there, and now things start to get difficult. Now it's up to Smooya.
Secret skills from Golden. We've got a creep around the train from Flusher. But IV so important to hold to try and stop the bomb from being planted, but the bomb's been planted. Next with the taps playing the piano, but too many keys and Golden will try.
Pulled out a nade at the wrong time. It's just unfortunate you gotta have that gun out for a little bit.
They're doing, I wouldn't even really be able to tell you if they know what they're doing.
They're just Fnatic.
Exactly, they're just Fnatic.
There you go. They're doing.
Headshot, of course.
What a perfect demonstration of what we were just talking about.
That's why everybody must be a fan of Fnatic, because who else do you see doing that? Those are the kind of things you need in the game. Xantares, though, is another person you want to see doing great things. He gets 2 and keeps it competitive. 3 versus 3. He's done great damage. JW got a headshot earlier. Golden's on 25 seconds. JW approaches the A site. They need to identify what the setup is very, very quickly. JW lost on the A bomb site. Flusher swinging on B, but he's been heard. He's been heard, but they're playing for the round win big. Tabson will eliminate. So I don't think Golden realizes somebody is close. It's Tizian out in the middle of nowhere. Not
of the player by the cog. Oh my god. That's so, it's so.
And I did fail, as expected.
That's why
could be a
you don't try, you don't get.
Or a disaster. And still could be a disaster or a success. I don't even know. And then the trades come through. Maybe it's a disaster after all is said and done for Big, as they give away some pretty big guns. In the meantime, Flush has had the presence of mind to walk down side alley in B, and he's got his back to the back lines here. What is he looking for? Oh, hello. Free kill over there. Is he going to let him live for now?
Looking for 2. Does he check connector first?
Here it is. Oh my
That's
goodness.
what I like to see.
Ooh, there we go.
Flusher things. Flusher things for days. It didn't look pretty, but he made it work. He'll go down, but he has won the round for his team. And that also, like that, just for Big.
I thought he might have hopped on the rail and deeked both of them, but that works as well. Feels like it takes forever after you knife someone to pull a weapon out. A little too fast with Deagle there, but the job was done anyway. Tabson has a scout rather than an AWP. There's a push from Tizian as well. He takes one in the face immediately, and Smooya's in a rough spot now. Down to 20 HP. Point of no return, surely. Double peeks, grenades coming his way, Molotovs, double Molotovs, and double Fnatic players. 3 remain, the round's not over just yet. Let us make no assumptions. Let's not forget that 2 versus 5 that Fnatic played out.
Yeah. I feel like Fnatic has... Here we go. For that 10th round. Finish things off nicely. Rapper bow on it, but Tabson has something to say about that. Tabson, ever the pair of steady, reliable hands, but he'll get incinerated. Now Xantares has to do it. Oh, they'll walk into the spray, but the trade is there. Brolan, he's going to nail it, and that's going to be a wrap. 10-5 on the first half. A very disappointing half of Counter-Strike. And they do it in style. And here, Big, if they're going to have any success, really needs to begin at least with a bomb plant and a loss so they can get the creep by in the second round, or they must, of course, crush the economy again and again.
Just take it away.
Oh dear.
That's a good start.
Yes. Good start, and it gets better. Fnatic haven't had too much love on the pistol rounds, that's to be sure, and it seems to continue. Looking devastating here. They're getting completely destroyed. Crimson's wondering what is happening here. Just kind of annoying. Next, just running up and down the ladder, just really being a nuisance. Chris finally taken down. Oh wow, okay. Crims is he's got 3 bullets and he's dead. He is dead, Jim.
That's a little late, but the effect is the same. So $800 to take the ladder room, but what can you do with that? Well, take one in the face, it seems, from Golden.
Yeah, he's got quite an nasty aim on him, and he's got himself another headshot. Things not looking all that good here right now for Big. Again, Fnatic are just so annoying to play against. what do you do about this? They have some level of positioning across the site, but it is going to be very tough. Xantares, the only player with health left in this one for Big, as he will try to win the battle against Brolan. Brolan with a better angle, it seems. Oh man,
Wow.
what do you say about that? Golden again with the D.
Room, but where are the flashes? No, like mid-round, late-round flashes to kind of push it back a little bit. And Golden's pretty much one way in that smoke, just sitting there with no worries in the world.
Molotovs towards Ivy position for the rush. I like the combo. Fnatic forced away. Big trying to use the numbers. Crim's outstays his welcome in a choke point. The Traces are punished and tabs and creeps through the smoke with perfect timing. Big doing their best Fnatic impression, and it looks pretty good at the moment. Flusher remains versus 4, and he doesn't even have a primary weapon. He's on a secondary only. That is quite the turnaround for Big, and that puts him in a great position to catch up because money's not great for Fnatic. 5-man B setup. That flashbang will be quite timely for Flusher, but 2 will still swing out. Golden sees nothing just yet, trying to support his teammate, faces a triple B, and the spray's not quite there. Flusher drags down too much, and it seems that they will give up on this round, Fnatic, in a 5 versus 3.
So this is working for Team Big on their playstyle, is these kind of basic... Okay, let's move here. Let's get a little wild.
Indeed. He is going to back off the HE. Could be juicy. Maiming them for his teammates. Swings in, Flusher, and just like that, it's a 4 versus 1. A brilliant play from Fnatic, which puts them so close to 12. Tizian spotted with a Molotov out, and I think his options are very limited. Fnatic instantly moved to a double peek. Molotovs from the Swedish side, and there we go. Just like that, in the flash of a pan, it's 12. Making a lot of people happy, especially DDK. 2 Fnatic players on the bomb site, and look at the push from Big. This looks dangerous, mainly for the CT side, and there's the opening kill. Samir taking Brolan out between 2 smokes. Golden with nowhere to go, flames everywhere, but they've gone now. But now there are more. So many Molotovs. Sonorpa's Paradise train. JW with his second. Smooya has been eliminated. Stereo kills for Big. A war of attrition on the A bomb site, which is
main. Kind of giving up that Ivy position, letting the T's go to backlines. Let's see how it works out. Oh, that's... If you're going to open it up, if you're able to get the kills, that really makes it work. They're still waiting for another one. He's really keeping good track of that position.
Smoke will soon be gone. Then there will surely be a sound cue for Brolan, who moves back. He sees more than that. He sees the bomb. Looking behind him just as Xantares emerges. Golden is here to try and defend the A bomb site. They know that Xantares is with the bomb, and he's inside main. 2 versus 4. They have all the information more or less, Fnatic. They know Tizian's above the ladder. Down he goes with a huge headshot. There are more CTs to contest. Flusher will trade. Xantares again, they know where he is. JW's got the angle, but not the frag. Xantares, the robot is activated, but he can't get all of it.
They're gonna have to decide if they want to maybe do a force buy or a complete double round save. But they do have one person with like 5k, so possibility they might buy around that.
In a deagle is definitely not ideal. Flusher's playing a pretty safe setup here. Oh, that's an 8.5. Oh my god. Right.
Oh boy.
And that's the bomb.
Feels good, man.
Flusher's like just the jammiest person ever.
Oh my god. He is a jammy dodger.
Through the smoke, bomb falls all the way down the ramp. But he wants more, because there's no reason for him to do that, which is why he can. Yeah, on this occasion doesn't work out, but that is what you want to see from Fnatic. Those brazen, outrageous plays. Golden sees 2. And there's a beautiful transfer. The spray control is quite sublime. The bomb may get planted though. Crim's on a high ground, making his way. Have they identified that both T's are on or around the bomb site? Distraction being run from JW. They've got to be concerned about the ramp. He's looking for both of them. There's the burst and the burst, and a transfer to the second.
Whatever they're doing is working.
This is so unlucky. Then the bomb just rolls down the ramp. causing Fnatic to over-rotate to the inside because, well, the bomb's right there for the taking. And a nice flank by Crims, being patient.
Yeah, making their way towards T-Con at the moment, with a couple players at least. Broland on the case. The Creed. Continuation spray there. Is there a teammate to save him? No. Crims is keeping his eyes firmly locked on ladder. He's transfixed. And you can see why. Tizian was lurking around there. Wanted to catch him off guard, but Tizian will win that battle, which is good because now all the big players can combine forces. They can combine together to be a stronger element looking to take this bomb site.
JWB creeping. He's got a teammate to run distraction. Smartly goes for the USP, being very, very careful. Oh, he's still going to win that duel. Tizian caught completely off guard. Next is in a sandwich in sandwich. And he is all that stands between Fnatic and the 2-0. Now he falls 11-16 in favor of Fnatic. And these highlights are brought to you by NVIDIA.